Okay, today I'm going to show you how to create a tune using the website Toon Do. So first we need to get there. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go to castleberryisd.net. And from the Castleberry website, you're going to go ahead and go to Schools, AV Cato. Then from there, you're going to click over here by staff directory. You're going to want to scroll down and click on second grade. Now, from the second grade page, you're going to come down to the very bottom and click on second grade Symbaloo. Okay, from second grade Symbaloo, you're going to have lots of different options. We want to go to spelling. So click on spelling. And then you're going to see some of the websites that we use in spelling. But we're going to want to click on Toon Do. So once you've clicked on Toon Do, it's going to bring you to a page that has lots and lots of stuff going on. You're going to want to click on the very top one in this sidebar right here. Toon Do Maker. Create your own comics. So click that. And then it's going to ask you to select your layout. Now, you have horizontal layouts and you have vertical layouts. It doesn't matter which one you choose as long as you choose one that has 2. Okay, don't choose one that has 3 because that won't work out for what we're doing today. Okay, so any of these ones that have 2 you can choose. Okay, so I'm just going to choose this one. So now I want to walk you through a little bit about what each thing on your Toon Do comic creator does. So the very first tab you have are for the characters. Okay, there's lots of different characters you can choose to put in your tune. Okay, you have Jambav. I'm not sure, that's a bear, I guess. You have men, women, kids, animals and birds, sports, unusuals, famous, emoticons, and stick figures. So whatever characters you want to choose, remember you're illustrating 2 homophones, you may choose those to put into your Toon Do. Okay? So I am not going to click that one. I'm just going to click 2 characters and add them into my cartoon. Okay? So the next option you have over here in our tabs are your sceneries. Okay? So you can click on your backgrounds, excuse me. So from your backgrounds you have different options like scenery, space, abstract, fantasy, sports, landmarks, outdoors, and indoors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click a couple of different sceneries, keeping in mind my homophones that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to add that one right here. I'm going to add a sports one right here. Okay? So you also have an option to do props, that little box right there with the word props underneath it. That's just anything extra you think your tunes needs. So you can have props about celebration, eatables, trees and plants, indoors, outdoors, logo, shapes, our world, or again, sports. That is just anything extra you think will add to your cartoon. Okay, over here you have text. Now this is very important because you have to have text on your cartoon for what we're doing. Now you have the Toon Do Pro, you have English 1, English 2, English 3, foreign text, graffiti, ABC, text effects, and SPL alphabets. Now what I want you to do is focus on these 3, English 1, English 2, or English 3. Just whichever one you think you want to see the font for. Okay, so now I'm going to click this one, and when you click something that you want to add to your cartoon, you can't just click it, and then if you click it and let go, it'll go away. You have to click it, and once it's big, you have to drag it with your mouse down here. Okay? So once you've done that, it'll bring up this little bubble where you can type. Okay, so that's where you're going to type in your sentence that has your homophone in it. Okay? See how mine kind of went off the screen a little? You can drag it over and center it to where you need it to be. Okay? So, oops. You can just add those texts. Remember, click and drag. And then, oops, click and drag that over so you can see it. Oh, look at that. Mine is a little bit too big. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to need to select it. And then we can shrink it down. Notice how I'm pressing this button right here, shrink it down, because if you can't see it, it's really not going to do the job. So once you do that, you've shrunk it down, I'm going to put it right there and center it. Okay, so there's your text. You can do that last if you want. You can kind of think about it and do that last if you want. And then you have right here Brushman. We're just going to skip over that. Okay. Then here you have Special, Christmas, Magic, Magna. Those are just extra things. Here is Open Clip Art. Now, these are different sort of clip arts that you could add to your picture. Okay, and then the last one says My Gallery. That's for whenever you are finished creating a Toon Do, if you want to add it to the gallery or check out what you've already created. Okay, so for now we're not going to have anything in there, so we will not want to look at our gallery. Okay, so I've showed you everything up at the top here, and now let's take a look down here at the bottom. Okay, so I kind of already showed you what the shrink option did, but let's talk about the lock one. So if you notice, if you will click on your background, you can move it around. Now say you don't want to do that, you like it just how it is. You will want to click that lock button, and then if you try to move it, it won't move anymore. Okay, you can do that to any of those. So if I click that pizza, I can't move it anymore once I've clicked the lock. Okay, now remember, shrink makes it smaller. So enlarge will make it bigger. Say you want to clone something. You want something exactly like that. You're going to click the item that you want to have duplicated or cloned. You're going to click this button, Clone, and it'll give you two. Okay? If you want to flip something and make it look the other way, that's the button you will click. If you want to rotate something this direction, you will click that little arrow to rotate. Same for this direction. You'll click that arrow to rotate. Okay, now here you have the option to bring the item to the front or to the back. So if you want this pizza in the front, then you would click to the front. Since it's already in the front, it didn't really change much. Now if you want that pizza in the back, you will click to the back, and it will go to the back. Now if you don't like that pizza, you want something else, you can click delete, and it will delete it all together. Okay? So then what we're going to do, we're going to look at now, you can change the characters only. This will only work for the characters. You can change their emotion and their posture. So if you want it to be really happy or sad or angry, you can change the emotions and see all the different emotions you can get from your character. Same with posture. There's different ways you can make them stand, different things. So you can get really creative with your cartoons and what you're trying to show with your homophones. Now the last thing on this little bar is color. If you want to change the color, make it black and white, make it no color, you can do that. Okay? Now, after you have done your cartoon and you have your characters and your sentence with your homophones in them showing the illustrations, then you can go and you can title it. I want you to title it the name of your two homophones. So my two homophones are C and C, S-E-E, S-E-A. So you're going to title it with the name of your two homophones that you are illustrating. Okay, so after you've done that, you're going to go up in here, not click on it, but just thumb over it like we did earlier, and it will give you all these different options. You're going to want to click to save. You're not going to want to click save as. You're not going to want to make a new one. You're not going to want to open one, and you're not going to want to have feedback. What you're going to do is you're going to click save. Okay, that'll bring you to this page. It'll say the title. That's fine. C and C. You don't need to have a description, so you can just leave that blank. And then you don't need to do any tags either. Now, right here, it says the language. You want to leave that as English. The box says let others redo. You want to uncheck that because you don't want others to redo it. You want it to be there. Allow others to purchase this tune. You want to uncheck that also. And then down here it says options. Publish to the world so everyone gets to see it. Keep it private for your eyes only. Or do you want to share it with your friends? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to keep it clicked on this very first one, publish to the world, so everyone gets to see it. After you've done all that, you need to make sure that the publish is in yellow and hit click. Okay, now it'll say your Toon Do is ready. It has been added to the public gallery. Now, what you want to do is you can go to page and you can go and look at your tune. And it'll give you the title and it'll give you to look at it. And other people can look at it and they can like it and they can leave comments and things like that. So that is how you create a Toon Do.